how did you manage to, so you moved to marketing career. I saw that you've changed your career, and you again did that with a 1-year MBA program. You're a product manager now. Can you help us understand what kind of heavy lifting you had to do, and how did is it a 10-month program, Srijan, calendar?
It's 11-month program. Yes. So February to March.
Yes. So
February to February. Yeah.
How did you change your complete function within 11 months and move to marketing, despite the fact that you didn't have a marketing background?
Right. So that's a really good question, Jatin. I did know that there was a path to becoming a product manager without an Ivey MBA, given my tech background, right? So there was some transferable skill sets around execution that I would carry into that role of being a product manager. So finding out those stories and putting the stories right really helped me at that time. But in addition to that, what I was really looking for in an MBA was a toolkit and a network that would help me unlock some doors sooner rather than later, right? So I had built an understanding of what a product manager does, and I had to be very honest with myself and be self-aware of what I do and what I do not have in my arsenal, right? So product management is a very customer-centric role. It requires me to be a problem solver, a storyteller, a market analyst who can detect trends and come up with new solutions, right? Empathize with the customer while building solutions that continuously help our users, right? So Ivey, as you know, is a general management program and is one of the few case-based schools in the world. And the program really taught me to ask the right questions to gain insights from my customers, right? The program helped me think critically and evaluate an existing strategy while keeping the big picture in mind, right? Courses around leadership, organization behavior, B2B and B2C market research and development, statistical analysis, which I use a lot even now, financial modeling, negotiation. All of these helped me grow the core skills that were required to become a product manager, right? So over the past 5 years now as a product manager, I've found myself reaching into those experiences and drawing upon them, and that has really helped me. So there would be people who would say that you don't need an MBA to become a product manager, but MBA adds so much value. It might not teach you a few things like creativity and intuition, but there are lots of other takeaways that would really help.
I 100% agree. And Srijan, tell me one thing. When you said that you made a transition to product management, now there are a lot of applicants who apply to these 1-year MBA programs or places like Richard Ivey or INSEAD or other 1-year MBA programs. Specifically talking from the perspective of Richard Ivey, how much do you think a person should know ahead of time in terms of what they want from an MBA? Like, is Ivey also a place for people who are confused and not sure and maybe walk into it thinking that I will theoretically now learn what an MBA does for me? What do you think is that meter that you think people should have? How much should they be self-aware?
Right. Very interesting question. I think people who go into a 1-year program need to have done their homework more than others, right? There aren't a lot of 1-year MBA programs around. There are lots of 2-year MBA programs, so your choices are limited and the competition is high. So if you really can do that pre-work, and understand what you want out of an MBA, your goals need to be clearer than most other people. You need to do a lot of pre-work to understand networking concepts, because I joined Ivey in February of 2015. August of 2015, there was campus recruitment happening. So we hardly had 5 months or 6 months to learn. So there is a lot of pre-work that needs to be done. So I would really, I really think people with at least 6 to 8 years of work experience, people who understand that they need to read through 5 to 6 cases daily, and each case is going to be like 10 to 15 pages long, right? And answering those questions so that you don't become clueless in the class and you can't contribute in the class. So having that understanding and having that focus for 1 year, that this is going to be a 1 year marathon, right? It can't be a sprint. Really helps. So I think if when you think about your career goals, and if you're thinking that, hey, I want to be an investment banker, and on the other hand, I would like to work for a nonprofit, it doesn't, a 1 year program, and Ivy can help, but you'll have to figure out a lot of things by yourself. There are always exceptions, but it is tough. It is tough if you don't have that clarity in goals. You need to have a plan A and a plan B. Your plan A needs to be 80% fleshed out. Plan B, you at least know how you're going to transition into it. So have your goals clear if you're looking for a 1 year program.